saw this video the other day. And this guy was basically talking about how he's like, when you're going through your character arc or something, when you're going through all of the preparation that is building the character, the foundation in who you are, all the things that you have to go through, all of the suffering, all of the waiting, all of the dying, all of the, all the stuff that doesn't that people can't really be there with you in that place. Because I think that the nature of being formed by him comes with a season of isolation, right? A place where it's just you and him, and you find that he's the only one that sees you clearly. And so then everything else kind of fades away, and you find yourself dying to these versions of yourself that you thought you were or thought you were supposed to be. But a great cost to this. But then there comes a great investment to this that then makes your life honorable and valuable. But it's honorable and valuable to you because you have walked through it. But to other people, it's not going to be received the same way. And this is kind of what the video was about. This guy was just describing. It's just people couldn't really be there for me in that way. And the ironic thing is I didn't need them to be. But it was just they didn't know. Because they saw this version of me now. They didn't see all the versions I had to die. They didn't see all the versions that I had to sift through to get to this version that I am today. They didn't see everything that you had to go through. But the Lord, and may he do for you what he is doing for me. And this is something that he has shared with me, and I feel like it's expanding more and more. He's like, the one who has shared with you in suffering will share with you in celebration. It's not like there won't be people at your table, perhaps, but they won't be able to have the same joy that you have. They won't have the same oil that you have. They won't know like you know. But God does. And you will have this special place with him because he walked the narrow road with you. So it's like people just become neutral in that way. And I guess that's what God has been saying that people would become. They're not bad, but they're not good. They're not useful in the way that a lot of people feel like they're supposed to be useful in relationships, which I think is kind of strange. But at the same time, they're complementary, or they can be. But no one has been your ride or die like God has. And so no one's going to be able to have that with you like God has. And I think that's really what it is. And if anything, what I want to be for other people is a witness to the narrow road with him, that no, I found him in suffering and now I'm with him in celebration. I'm not here to explain to you why I am celebrating, why I am experiencing this great joy that is indescribable. I can't. You just had to be there. But you couldn't have been there. Just like I'm not going to be able to be there with you when you go through what you have to go through to receive the measure of joy that is for you. Partaking in the suffering with him and then being celebrated and then having the celebration. It's not like other people can't be happy for you, but there's a limitation to their happiness for you. It's just what it is. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think this just is what it is. It's okay. It really is okay. And I think this is where you will in a sense you will find out who your friends are in a way, because and this is something that God has told me, is they can't come with you where you're going. They can't come with you where you're going. They don't have access. So if you relate, you relate. It's kind of this it's easy whenever someone is down to be happy for them, because you get to be the one that kind of lift them up. I'm not speaking for everybody here, but something gets triggered and bothered in a person whenever they start to see someone rise up and they didn't even know that the relationship was really good whenever that person was down. I don't know if this is true. I don't even really like messages that are like this because it makes it about other people. It's not really about other people, and I think that's really what this video is about, right? And since it's not about them, a lot of people are not going to be able to be okay with that, because they would have to find something outside of themselves, right? It would have to be not about them. So it would have to be a selfless, unconditional love. And I think those are the people that God is going to put you around. The ones that are going to be there. I don't really know what that's like or whatever. Someone is going to support you in that way. I don't really know. But it's okay that they don't, actually, if it is true. Because I can understand both ways. Because I know what it is to feel suffering and to feel like I'm not supposed to be where I'm supposed to be. And to go through all of that. And to see someone lifting up. Right? And seeing someone getting what they want or whatever. Like, it just is what it is, man. But if you're on your character development journey with God, there's only one who can truly be there in the celebration with you, and that is the one who suffered with you. That is the one who suffered with you, alongside of you. And I think that's one of the benefits that he does it. Because you're just like, you were with me when this wasn't here. I'm having this burst of joy, this excitement. Something new is coming in. And I'm very, very excited about this. I'm like, I have this confidence where I used to be confused. But I could see how it could be perceived as cockiness. But I'm not going to step down from this high to explain to someone that this is not cockiness. I mean, not for very long anyway. Because I don't think I can really do that. And I think that's where the communication is going to fail. Because I'm just like, it's not cockiness. Like, I remember being confused about myself. I've made a video like this. It's like, you will be the witness to your own transformation, and that will be enough. Yes, it will be enough for you. And I think whatever is poured into you that goes beyond your capacity will be for other people. But like, being in your purpose doesn't have to be about other people. It's not for me anyway. So I like what I like, and I don't like what I don't like. And the more that I've been with the Lord, the more I've found conviction in what I like and conviction in what I don't like. You see, it's not like I just don't like what I don't like. I know why I don't like what I don't like. And I know why I like what I like. And I know what loving other people looks like to me and how I value them. Right? And so I don't have to feel guilty or bad when I see the homeless rate rise up or something in like California or some shit when I'm looking at a video. I don't have to put on everything about everyone. Because I'm not searching anymore. You will find that with God. You will find it, I think, in isolation, because he will start to call out who you are becoming. Who you are becoming, he will call out. And he is the only one who knows who you are becoming. And the people before you may have known who you were, or basically knew who you didn't know who you were, right? And they were basically being able to see from a small, limited perspective, vantage point of what they could see about you. And it may have been all good and fine, but God calls you out. He says, I know who you are becoming and what it's going to require for you to become. So you will find me in your suffering. You will find me in the celebration. And if other people don't rock with you in that place, it's okay. Because they weren't with you. They weren't with you in the character development. And it's not like, I don't feel like you will be hurt. Because God is really good at whenever he puts something in your hands that you are able to hold that thing. I don't have any ill will towards people. I am grateful that they were not with me in this place that God said, it's just you and me now. It's just you and me for a time. It's like I would never rob that from another person because it is so intimately beautiful. There's so much value on my life because it has just been him and me. Right? So it's not about this like they weren't there so they don't get to be with me, like I'm like throwing shade passive aggressively or something. It's like, no. And this is the way that I believe that I will love, because I'm more attuned to what I like and what I don't like and why I don't and why I do. I'm like, I would rather you go through great isolation where no one is there for you, but you find that it wasn't their fault, but it was actually God that hid you because he wanted to be the first one to show you who you were becoming, so that you could be a witness to your own transformation as you suffered, as you died, as the older versions of yourself faded away and didn't think anything was going to be there. You didn't think you were going to have another sunny day, and then you did. And now you were celebrating, you have great joy, and you were sharing it with the Lord because he was with you through it all. That's how I want to love people, whatever way that looks or comes out.